When Mario Lemieux went down, when he was taken out by Adam Graves by the vicious slash. The Penguins were going to lose that game, and they were going to lose the next game, and they were down 2-1 in the series, and after that, there was no stopping them.
Well, that definitely became the cause célèbre, John. I don't think there's any question about it, and the turning point, if you will. However, this club was on a mission when they came back from 3-1 down to Washington, and you have to assume that they have the dedication and the focus at that point, irrespective of anything happening to Mario. But when it happened to Lemieux, I think they just put it in second gear.
Well, the fans here shouting, "Let's go Pens" now as if it's 10 minutes before the start of a hockey game. That's usually the chant at the Civic Arena. You know, Sam, the season ended with 11 straight wins by the Penguins, and even more amazing than that, they took 2 series and beat 2 teams that were coming off of sweeps. Boston and Chicago. They didn't just go out and win hockey games like last year and perhaps beating a mediocre Minnesota team, a sub-500 team in the regular season. They beat quality hockey teams, and not only that, destroyed them.
I don't think there's any question that they took the toughest road possible to the Stanley Cup championship this year. You could have some doubt about it last year. Minnesota and New Jersey were not powerhouses in the league, although Minnesota played extremely well through the playoffs. But when you start out beating the 2 best teams of the league in New York and Washington, and go on to beat a most respectable Boston team that swept Montreal, and then clean up on the Blackhawks, who were arguably the 3rd best team in the league behind New York and Washington during the regular season, you have accomplished something.
Well, Chicago had won 11 straight playoff games before the Penguins took them on. And the Penguins ended their streak, and of course the Pens ended the season with 11 straight playoff victories. The crowd is now responding to shots on the Diamond Vision scoreboard of the players who are in their cars outside of the stadium waiting to come through that entrance right there in center field. The scoreboard showed a close-up shot of owner Howard Baldwin, who was obviously in the first car. It looks like there's about 2 other people with him, and behind him there will be a long succession of cars carrying the other players.
What we know to be true is that many of the players will step to the microphone and make some very brief comments if form holds true from last year. Mario obviously will speak, and a lot of the other players as well as owner Howard Baldwin. I think you're going to hear a number of comments. Let's go to the podium and see what's being said.
Mike Lang right there, the voice of the Penguins.
Well, I can't help but look back to into the 1990 season. Just 27 months ago, the Penguins ended up out of the playoffs. And here we are, celebrating right now a 2nd championship for the city of Pittsburgh and the Pittsburgh Penguins. We will begin the parade of everybody involved in the Penguins organization, so I will tell you, get in the fast lane, Grandma. The bingo game is ready to roll. Representing the ownership of the Pittsburgh Penguins, Howard Baldwin, Boris Felsberg, and Tom Ruda. And Coach Barry Smith. Representing the locker room for the Penguins, the guys that work so hard. Here are starting staff: Greg Malone, John Gill, and Wes Binkley. And the players, goaltenders, Wendell Young and Ken Reagan. More players, Jeff Daniels and Peter Taglianetti. Defenseman Jimmy Pack.
Grant Jennings and Jeff Chikron.
Biggest game. Forwards, Slippery Rock, Joe Mullen and Bob Airy. Center iceman Brian Crockett.
Troy Loney.
Center Yuri Herdina and right winger Jay Caulfield.
Defenseman Cheryl Samuelson and Bodie Roberts.
Our Boston connection, center Sean McEachran and Paul Stanley.
Number 29, Phil Clark.
Number 55, defenseman Larry Murphy.
He's tough as nails, number 92, Rick Tocchet. I know you can't wait for 68, Jaromir Jagr!
When goaltender, Tom Barrasso.
US Russell Cease, number 66, Mario